What's up, you beautiful sons of bitches? DK Guillotine here, and I am freaking high as fuck on my amazing Yamaguchi endeavor right now. This thing is literally one of my favorite things I have ever even fucking owned. Look, you can put those particle effects on his feet. They go on his feet. Oh, dear God, this thing is ridiculous. And after playing with this thing for so long, I have become so fucking obsessed with this amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia line. I haven't ordered All Might just yet. Just give me a couple of days, and then I think I'm gonna go grab him. Yeah, I am so in love with this line. I cannot wait for Hawks, who is just around the corner. So I actually didn't realize that Hawks is coming out in only a couple of weeks, which I cannot freaking wait for, because Hawks is genuinely one of my favorite characters from My Hero Academia. He'd probably break my top 10. So in order to have some fun with this, I have devised a top 10 list of my top 10 characters that I want to get added into this amazing Yamaguchi line. So we currently have Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, All Might, Endeavor, Hawks, and we have confirmation of a Kirishima and an Aizawa coming. So all of those are officially part of the line, and those are the ones we have. These are the 10 that I personally would want to see in the line. These are all just my opinion, every single one of them. There are a few of these I do think have a very real chance of being made, assuming that Rebel Tech continues with this line, which hopefully they do. Hopefully they don't give in to all the stupid ass fucking lifeless dumbass people out there who just shit on My Hero Academia all day. Just let them be miserable, move on, give us cool figures, please. Alrighty, though yes, this is my personal top 10. These are the 10 characters that I personally want to see the most. I'm gonna admit something right off the bat though. The list really starts at 6 and goes to 1. The last 4, I do have picks, but all 4 of them are really just kind of placeholders. Like, don't get me wrong, I would absolutely love for any of the first 4 to get made, because I absolutely love these 4 characters, but they're really just full fillers. All 4 of them I don't think are very realistic, except for maybe 1, and all 4 of them are really just to fill up the list, but they're all 4 of them are still ones that I would absolutely love to get. So without further ado, let's jump into it. This is my personal top 10 most wanted amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figures. Let's get into this. Alright, coming in at the number 10 spot is the first of the space fillers, but this one I think could make a pretty cool figure. I don't think this one is possible because this character is pretty inconsequential to the story. She's not a huge character, but I am a huge fan of Kyoka Jiro. I have always really liked Jiro, especially in her spotlight, where in the time when she got the spotlight in the festival arc of season 4, which I don't care what anybody says. I love that arc. I think that arc is amazing. I think it is such a fun, enjoyable arc, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And yeah, I really like Jiro as a character. I think she's a well-done character, well-written. I think she has a good arc, and I think she's just I think she's a good character, man. I really like her. Her quirk is fun. I think if they did decide to make this figure, it could definitely be a fun one. They could include some cool sound effect pieces for the particle effects. They could include a ton of alternate faces, maybe some cool things for the earphone jacks. You could like take them, you could like plug them in and make them go all crazy and wonky. Maybe put bendy wires in them. It could make a pretty cool, amazing Yamaguchi figure. Although this is one I definitely would not hold my breath for. I don't think this one is very likely. It seems like most of the ones they're going to give us now are probably going to be mostly the pros. I don't think they're going to be doing much more of Class 1A. So, yeah, there is a couple characters I hope they still give us, though. But Jiro is my number 10. I think she'd be really cool. My number 9, this is the absolute definition of a fucking space filler, because I'm going to say this character, and a lot of you are probably going to be like, wait, who is that? And you're going to have to, like, Google who it is. But my number 9 is one of my absolute favorite characters from My Hero Academia, and that is Kami Utsushimi from the provisional licensing arc. Now, everybody who knows this character is probably saying right now, oh, DK, you just like her because she's hot, she's got big tits, and she's voiced by Brittany Karbowski. Not untrue, although in my defense, I didn't find out that she was voiced by Brittany Karbowski until like 3 months ago, so it was way after I actually watched it that I found out she is voiced by my god and Lord Rimuru. But it still definitely made me love the character even more, but I really loved her in the show. I thought she was such a fun character, and admittedly, the daycare episode where her, Bakugo, and Todoroki have to take care of these little kindergartners as part of their training to get their provisional licensing is genuinely one of my favorite episodes of My Hero Academia. I think it is just such a blast of an episode, and I am someone who just loves slice of life anime when it's done right, when you have genuinely awesome characters that you want to watch. It's why Reincarnated as a Slime is one of my favorite animes of all time. And also Yudu Camp as well. And yeah, I think that's one of the best examples of My Hero Academia giving you that its slice of life side and just having a really fun time with fun characters that you like. And I love that episode. I love that daycare episode. I think it is so great. I'm sure all the fucking MHA haters out there probably hate it, but fuck them. Who cares? I love this character, and this one's 100% never gonna happen. This character, unless this character comes back in this season or in season 7 and is like an absolutely massive character for some reason. They did bring a few of the characters from the provisional licensing arc recently into the recent arc of My Hero Academia. The guy who's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook is in there, and then the girl who can telescope her body is also in there. Maybe I should have given a spoiler warning, but I don't think that really matters at all. Yeah, they're briefly in a few of the recent episodes of the Dark Hero arc. So yeah, it was cool to see them back. So maybe we'll get to see Cammy again, but I really love her, man. She's genuinely one of my favorite characters, but you know, I talked about it in the beginning. There's reasons, but I genuinely really like her character. So they have that one. Okay, the number 8. This one is probably just recency bias, honestly. This was probably just recency bias, but I had this character hyped up so much for me, man. People hyped the fuck out of this character, and when I got to her, oh man, she lived up to all of it. This character was awesome, and that is Lady Nagant from the Dark Hero arc. Oh my god, this chick is fucking awesome. I'm gonna quickly throw out a spoiler warning right here. It's a minor spoiler warning. I'm not gonna tell you anything that really happens in the show. I'm just gonna tell you her deal, and I'm gonna tell you what her quirk is, so I can explain why this would make an absolutely awesome, amazing Yamaguchi figure. And this is the one of these 4 that I think has the most likelihood of being made, because this character's very popular. She's got a lot of hype right now, and yeah, I think we're only seeing the beginning of her, and she was such an awesome character. So there you go. You've been warned about a very quick spoiler warning. You can mute the video for a little bit if you want to, but Lady Nagant is a sniper who gets hired to take out Deku, and you get a entire tiny little arc, like 2 episodes of them kind of going at each other, and it was a really fucking awesome arc. I really freaking loved it. It's probably my favorite part of the Dark Hero arc, of the second part of My Hero Season 6. I really love her as a character, because she has her quirk is that her arm turns into a sniper rifle, and her hand is where she loads her bullets, and her bullets are made from her hair. She rips her hair out, and then it like solidifies, and then she loads them and shoots them into her sniper rifle, and it's like an actual bullet. Like her hair like turns into like metal when she takes it out and like spins it up. She's a really cool, really unique character. She got in the lead up to me seeing her, I saw so much hype for this character. Like everybody was like, oh, Nagant is finally here. Oh, you guys aren't ready for Nagant. And I was like, ooh, okay, is this a good character? And yeah, when I got to her, she was extremely fucking cool. She was a really cool character. So this one might be recency bias, but I would really like to see them, because they could make a kick-ass figure with this. Include a bunch of accessories that let you like change her arm back and forth between the sniper rifle without it. Include the bipod as well that she has as well. All of her bullets, the little microphone bullet that she keeps shooting at Deku to keep talking to him as he's jumping around the city. So cool, man. They could do some seriously awesome shit with this Figma. So yeah, that is my number 8. And coming in at the number 7, honestly, I feel like this one's actually too high up. I'd actually put this one in, I'd actually move this one down a couple, but Momo Yaoyorozu is my final, like, placeholder character. I really like Momo as a character, and I think she can make a pretty cool, amazing Yamaguchi figure, and she's one of the last Class 1A students that I would really like to see in this line. Like, I feel like we've moved on from Class A at this point. I feel like we're mostly just with Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and the pros at this point. I don't think we really are like dwelling that much on them. Like, they've had a very minor role in the show recently. And there's still a couple characters I want, and there's one towards the very top that I really want. But Momo was another one that I would really like. Momo, the one I have towards the top, and also Suyu Asui would also be a pretty cool one. I didn't put her on this list, but she'd be a cool one. And Jiro also. Yeah, I also kind of like Sero, the tape guy. I think he's a fun character. And I also like Shoji, Mezzo Shoji, who is the tentacle guy, who has like the like thing covering his mouth and the like silver hair. I always really liked that guy with the like duple arms. I always really liked that guy. I always thought he was a really cool character. So that would be another cool one as well. He's also not on this list, but he would be a cool one as well. But yeah, I think Momo would be a cool character. They could definitely include a ton of accessories, like her little book that she has on her back to create all her stuff. She could include like all the stuff that she makes, like her like the cannon that she makes in season 5, or all the mines or the radios or whatever. The giant speaker that they use in the provisional licensing arc would be really cool. Yeah, they could include a whole bunch of stuff. A little rope, like to recreate the thing with Aizawa, because we are getting Aizawa, so we could have a pretty cool recreating the final exam with Todoroki, Momo against Aizawa. We already have Todoroki, and we're getting Aizawa, so maybe, I'm just saying, it's a possibility. So yeah, this is my final like placeholder, but I would still love to see this one, and I think this one might have have a bit more of a chance of getting made. I still don't think this one is all that likely. I think the ones I have, like as we go through here, I think a lot of these are actually quite possible to actually get made. This one, I think it would be really cool to get, but I'm not really holding my breath for this one. Alright, moving on to number 6, and that is Overhaul. I love Overhaul. Now, admittedly, this one might have been a little higher up if I had not gotten this McFarlane one recently, because this figure is pretty awesome, and it's kind of quenched my thirst for an Overhaul figure. I would still absolutely love a more well-done, like, import-level Overhaul figure, but can't deny this thing is pretty cool. Although, if Amazing Yamaguchi did tackle this character, I think it could be really fucking awesome, because they could include alternate pieces to make him go all berserk. They can include arms that like attach into his back, so he has his extra arms that come out of his back. Alternate heads where the beak opens up and you have like all the little pieces like stretching around. If you've seen season 4, you know what I'm talking about. So awesome to just recreate all of that and just have him going absolutely ballistic. Plenty of like of Overhaul quirk effects, you know, like the actual quirk Overhaul to make him just blow shit up everywhere. They could do a lot. They could have a lot of fun with this figure. I think it could be a really, really, really awesome figure. This is one I don't think has a good chance of being made because Overhaul has passed his time. You know, his season has come and passed. It was awesome. We loved it. We remembered it fondly, but it's kind of forgotten at this point. We've moved on from Overhaul. Although, okay, another quick little spoiler warning here. Mute the video for a little bit if you don't want spoilers. Minor spoilers for the Dark Hero arc, but mute them a little bit. Overhaul does come back. Kai Chisaki has been did get released, so they're doing some stuff with him. It was really cool to see him back, but I don't think he's actually gonna come back as full on Overhaul. We'll see though. We still got a season, so I would love to see if he actually made a comeback. If maybe he got like some robotic arms or some shit and actually came back, man, that would be so awesome. It would make me really happy because I've always been a huge fan of the character. So yeah, you're good. The thumbs up mean unmute the video now. But yeah, my number 6 Overhaul. I think this could be a sick ass figure. All right, now we're at my top 5. These are the real ones, actually. These are the real ones. All 5 of these would be just fucking awesome to get. I would absolutely love to get all 5 of these. My number 5. This one is definitely like the most outlandish pick out there, but I still think this one could be pretty popular, and I do think this one has a decent chance of being made. A decent chance. Not a good chance, a decent chance. And that is Nejire Hado of the big 3. I love her. I love her. Now, admittedly, one of the reasons why I love her is because she is voiced by Lindsay Seidel, who is a voice actor that I absolutely love, and I love every single time I get to hear her voice. In any anime, I just love her voice, so that's one of the reasons, but I love her character. I love her design. I love her quirk, and I just love her. She's such a fun, bubbly character. You know, she's kind of an airhead, but that's why I love her. She's such a fun character, and I think this could be an awesome, amazing Yamaguchi figure. Like, think about it, like the particle effects, the like spiral effects. She can include some ones that like attach to her feet so you could have her flying around. This would be such a cool fucking figure, dude. This would be actually an awesome figure. Like, genuinely, I think this would be one of the coolest Amazing Yamaguchi figures. Like, I think they could make a really awesome figure with this. She's not that huge of a character. She's not like a massive character in the show, so I don't think this one is probably going to happen, but man, would I love it if this one happened, because I love her. So yeah, number 5 is Nejire Hado. Number 4, this one I think is very, very possible. I actually think this one might even be the next one they go for, and that is Best Genius. Yes, Best Genius. The number 2 is he? No, number 3, because Hawks is number 2 now. So yeah, the number 3 hero, Best Genius. I always loved him. I always loved Best Genius. I love his quirk. I love his design, and I love what has happened with him recently. How he's kind of become a big character recently in season 6. I love him. I always loved him, but I love him even more now. He's such an awesome character. I just love his design so much, and he's another big pro. And he's like, they've actually kind of formed like a bit of a team right now, Endeavor, Hawks, and Best Genius. So with that, I mean, we have Endeavor, we have Hawks coming. We got to get Best Genius, right, to complete the whole team. So I think this would be awesome, and they could include a bunch of awesome accessories, like a bunch of like thread accessories, which would be really cool. They could like attach to his hand, like come out of his hand. It'd be a really cool thing. It'd be a really freaking cool figure. Maybe not as awesome as like this one. Like I don't think many figures are gonna come out that's as awesome as that thing. But this would be a super cool figure, and like I said, it would complete the trio. So they have that one. Number 3 is my absolute most wanted member of Class 1A that we still haven't gotten, because I love this character, even though she hasn't done much recently. I love this character, and that is Ochako Uraraka. Now, I know there's a Figma. I have tried to get that Figma, but I have never even seen it for even less than about triple its retail price. I've literally never seen it go for anything less than triple its retail price. So yeah, I would love to get it, but it's way too small for me to pay that amount of money for. And even though I love the character, I'm not willing to pay that amount of money for. I've constantly checked to see if I could get one for a decent price. I've never been able to get one. So I would really love it if Amazing Yamaguchi could give us one. It could give us one so we could all have Uraraka in our collection. Even though, again, she hasn't really done much lately. It's really sad because I've always really loved Uraraka's character. She's actually always been one of my favorite female characters. I'd say now I actually like Nejire a little bit more than Uraraka. I think she's probably my favorite female character, followed by Cammy. Actually, they're probably like neck and neck. But Uraraka will always be a character that I really like, and I would love to have her to go with Deku and all of them, man. It would be really cool to have her to go with Deku and all of them, and yeah, I just hope this one gets made, man. I really do. All right. Number 2 is Dabi. I talked about this in the Endeavor review. You all saw this one coming. This would be so awesome to get Dabi to go with Todoroki and Endeavor, man. We would be able to have so much fun. And I can't even imagine how fucking awesome this fucking figure would be, dude. It would be so cool. First of all, Dabi's design is just fucking awesome. They could include 2 head sculpts where, you know, one with, his hair, you know, from that part that I'm not going to reveal for spoilers because it's a big spoiler, and I actually had it spoiled for me and it pissed me off, so I don't want to ruin that for anybody else. But alternate heads would be awesome to show that. Obviously, tons of particle effects to show off his incineration quirk. That would be fucking awesome. Yeah, this figure would be awesome. They could put the robe on joints. They actually did that with the Nendoroid. The robe is on joints. So for this Amazing Yamaguchi figure, they could absolutely put the robe on joints. You could get them flared out, have some really awesome poses where the robe is like flaring out towards the back. This thing would be awesome. This thing would be so fucking awesome. And yeah, I've been seeing like everybody and their mother asking for this one. Like every single reviewer wants this thing. So please, God, please, Amazing Yamaguchi, please make this one happen. But not before you give us the absolute GOAT. You all already know what number 1 was. You knew before you even clicked on this fucking video. My number 1 is Tomura Shigaraki, specifically from season 4 or 5. I do not want season 6 Shigaraki for reasons that if you've seen season 6, you know. Because in my eyes, that's not Shigaraki. Shigaraki is Season 4 Shigaraki. This is my Shigaraki, leader of the League of Villains. This is my Shigaraki. I want this design with the trench coat, and you can include all of the hand pieces that like go all over his arms and his torso and all that. You can include that, but you can make them removable, so you can have him either way. They actually did that with the Nendoroid. The Nendoroid, you can take all the hands off of him and display him without the hands. So do that with this figure as well. That gives you that takes care of quite a few of your accessories. I'm not sure how you could really go about the disintegration quirk. I was thinking maybe doing something Do something like this. This came with the Megami Figma. They could include a piece like this that he puts his hand on, and it is like cracks just all over, like a big old play of like cracks going everywhere. That could be something they could do, I think. They are doing, so they are including something like that with the Hawks. The Hawks is going to come with a big piece like this with all of his feathers flared out, which is really, really, really cool. So maybe they could do that. Where you pose him to put where he has his hand like this, and then you have this big ass plastic piece where the cracks are just coming all out. I think that could be a way they could show the disintegration quirk. And then alternate faces, alternate faces, alternate hands. Aside from that, I don't really know what else they can include. He's not an extremely, like, his quirk is just built into him. He doesn't, like, have any, like, particle effects or anything. He just touches shit and it disintegrates. That's how Shigaraki works. So, I don't care, though. I want this figure more than anything. He's my favorite character from My Hero Academia. He has always been my favorite character from My Hero Academia. Even when I wasn't a fan of My Hero Academia, back when I only watched Season 1 and dropped it after that because I really didn't care for Season 1 all that much, I still loved this dude because I loved his design and I thought he was so fucking cool. So he has always been my favorite character, and he is the absolute most wanted Amazing Yamaguchi figure from me, because I just want a better figure of him than this Ben Presto one. This Ben Presto one is cool and all, don't get me wrong, but you know, I can't do anything with it. I just stick it there, and then he looks awesome because he's Shigaraki. I want a Shigaraki that I can pose, and I can pose with Deku, and I can have them doing awesome fights, and even All Might when I get him. That's what I want, and I don't think honestly, I don't know if we're ever gonna get it, because it seems like they're really stingy about doing villains. That's probably why they're doing all these hero characters that like nobody really cares about. Like, I don't think really that many people really cared that much for an Endeavor, despite the fact that this figure is literally one of the best things I've ever even held in my hands. I don't think many people wanted it, actually. Like, I was not gonna get it originally. I only got it because I heard that it was the best thing ever, and then I got it and realized that it is indeed the best thing ever. And then there's also Kirishima. I don't know. I don't think many people care about Kirishima. I'm sorry. I don't think many people care about Kirishima. Maybe that's just me because I don't care about Kirishima, but I don't think a lot of people have that much attachment to Kirishima. So, I don't know. Hopefully they are going to give us these two villains, though. Dabi and Shigaraki, these are my absolute top two Amazing Yamaguchi figures that I want to be made. So, there you have it, everybody. That is my top 10 most wanted Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figures. Let me know in the comments what you thought of my list, and if you agree with it, and if you don't, let me know your list in the comments down below, and maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more anime reviews, and anime figure reviews, and anime-related content in the future. And if you're a My Hero Academia fan, and you love these Amazing Yamaguchi figures as much as I do, definitely subscribe, because I think I'll be posting this before Hawks comes out, so shortly after this, after this video goes up, when you're seeing this video, I should be getting Hawks relatively soon after that. So and I also still have to go back and get the All Might, and then we have Kirishima and Aizawa to look forward to. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you for watching, and this is DA Guillotine signing out. Man, I'm out of breath.